Hi guys, welcome back to Flora Fun and Food. My name is Lauren and today I'm going to show you how my husband and I built this DIY cold frame for the garden. So stick around and let me show you how we did it. So the first thing I did was I needed a window, and so I went to Habitat for Humanity's Restore because they always have extra windows and building materials, and I found this super cute window here, and it was only $6, but turns out it was really old, and it became a problem later, which we'll talk about. But after that, we measured the window and went to Home Depot and bought 5 8-foot 5/4 deck boards, and then this 8-foot long piece of treated 2x2. It was coal wood because it was all bent, but we just needed small pieces, so they actually gave it to us for free, which was great. So here I'm just kind of measuring the width and length of my window, and then I'm drilling holes to help the screws go in easier. So I added a short support to the front and a long support to the back because it was going to slope. The back was going to fit 3 of these 5/4 boards and the front was going to fit 2, and we were going to cut a sloped piece that kind of angled down like 6 inches. So here I'm just assembling the box, so it's just a matter of lining them up and screwing them into each other, just making a large rectangle. So the back side, like I said, had 3 full width boards, and then I had to cut one just to make the angle right. So here I'm assembling the front, and it is a lot easier if you just pre-drill your holes. This wood it's treated so that it will last a little bit longer in the weather, so it was a little bit hard to drill through even with my husband's impact driver. So here I am just marking the angle that I needed my husband to cut. So these are the top pieces that the window is going to sit on now. It'll make sense when I show you here. So I'm just drilling some holes again, and see how now I've taken the last small piece of wood and made it like a triangle so that it is slanted and sloped. It's just going to help the sun and everything kind of reflect in better. So I secured these just with some more screws. We use like deck screws. You can use whatever you have as long as they're long enough and strong enough. And then I lined up the last bit of this 2x2 to kind of make a ledge for the hinges on the window. So I just kind of drilled that in. Okay, for the hinges and handle, I actually have these really old, probably from the 50s cabinetware, because I redid my cabinets in my kitchen a long time ago and I never got rid of this giant bag of hardware. So we're gonna repurpose it today. So the hardware was free. So then I just needed to kind of decide where I wanted my hinges to go, and I just marked the holes with a pencil, and I was just gonna use a screw just to kind of start the hole. I wasn't gonna drill all the way through because the screws that came with this cabinetware they were really small, so I didn't want to strip out the wood too much. So here I'm just making just a tiny little starting hole, and that way it gave me some grip with the screwdriver. And these were flathead because they're from the 50s and it took forever to screw them in. So we decided to make the pretty ones on the outside and just use regular deck screws on the inside that you weren't really going to see. I also wanted to add a handle to each side to be able to lift it and move it because this can be moved around. And then I wanted to put a handle on the front. Turns out this was a bad plan because it weakened the frame, and then my husband used the last of the 2x2 to make a little ledge to put one of those hinges that you have on like the trunk of your car, and the power in that was too strong and it completely broke the window. Like every joint came apart, so my husband had to take everything off and re-glue every joint. We finally got it fixed. It was dry, one of the windows cracked and we had to put resin on it. We put the hinges back on, and so here he is just twisting up some picture frame wire, and we were just gonna use that as kind of like a wind catch. We attached it to the window and the frame in case the wind blew. All right, we got it done a little later than expected, but the cold frame is finally done. I'm really excited to start putting plants out here. I may use this to harden them off, but this is more for getting them out earlier in the spring, protecting them from the cold, and then also keeping them a little warmer when the colder months roll in and you can have kind of an extended season. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and head over to my channel to subscribe for more content like this, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thanks guys, bye.